Hey guys, so I put a filler out there a couple days ago. A lot of people were interested about the Hateful 8 drill. So what it is a part-time that you set up on your own division and class level, and it's like a build drill but with transitions, and it's also maxing out the amount of rounds they can force us to shoot in a position, 8 shots. I do it at 5, 10, and 20 are my main 3 positions that I do this in, but you can do it, and you can do it at whatever distance and at whatever part time that you want. I think that you probably going to figure out what this is most important on doing is getting your grip and your grip pressure and consistency of your grip and your grip pressure. That's what I found out of it. It's great for testing your equipment, a new setup, powder, and such like that. It works really wonders on figuring out if it's actually doing anything for you. I do it at 2 seconds at 5 yards, 2.5 seconds at 10 yards, and 3 seconds at 20 yards. But again, it doesn't count unless you shoot all alphas. So that's one of the key details right there. All alphas. It teaches you to really have to have transitions that are consistent. You know what a lot of people do when they mess up, they change their grip pressure when they transition from target to target. So if you're doing that here, you're going to end up finding out that it's going to be really hard to keep those alphas, or you're going to slow down and not make your part time. I have max part times too, like for instance, that if I'm really feeling it, my 5 yard would be like 1.9 and under. My max part time for my second position would be at 10 yards would be 2.3. My absolute max part time for 20 yards would be 2.7. But those are things that when you're really on top of it, and not going to be able to do it consistently, but I could work towards if I'm feeling good in one day and just goals to meet. I also, when I do it with metrics, I can do it with headshots, and the headshots are awesome. They throw a completely different gear change, especially at 5 yards. My 5 yard headshot on the metrics is 2.5. I'm not looking for alphas. I'm looking just for headbox hits. You can change that too. You can have a part time where you have to get alphas. I would say 20 yards is a bit ridiculous, but 5 and 10 you could make that happen for sure, especially in the production carry optic miner shooting guys, PCC, even at 20 yards. But 5 yards, 2.5. I go to 10 yards. My head box goes to 3, and then anything under 4 at 20. And those are very challenging. Again, the 4 second at 20 should be just as hard as the 2.5 second at 5 yards, but in a different way. It should be testing you the same way, but instead of it being pushing for the speed of getting a good grip in the draw and consistency of your grip pressure, to make that time up at distance in the back, it's going to be more of the precision to adjust the sights as the gun returns. 20 yards, especially on a headshot, you're going to stop the gun. You're going to stop the gun on the first shot, the transitions, and you might even be stopping it on the follow-up shot. It just depends on how consistent your grip pressure is. If you're not stopping the gun on your follow-up shot and you're missing, try it. And to the point of where when the gun returns, it's so predictable that you don't have to absolutely stop the gun perfectly to get that hit. That's when things are really starting to gel good, and your grip pressure is working consistent and together. And that's what the whole drill's about. Again, it's just a more practical way of going over your draw, trigger control, grip and grip pressure, and consistency of grip pressure, more so than a build drill.